Well, Jeff, as you say, a number of visits and meetings already. He's met Prime Minister Medvedev and made that speech to the Duma, the lower house here. And across this visit so far, he's focused on three things. First of all, congratulating Russia for its historic qualification out of the group in the World Cup. But that's what everybody here is talking about, the football, of course. He said that Russia is doing a good job of hosting this tournament, and of course Russia's players doing fantastically well for their country. Second of all, he has come out with some very strong words in terms of promoting peace on the Korean Peninsula. He came out and told Koreans living here, as well as Russians, that there will be no more war in Korea. There is a historic opportunity, he says, for peace. And then he has also talked about the Northern economic policy and the way that the two countries are coming together. He says that that Russia is now a cornerstone of South Korea's economic policy, and that will be the focus of his talks, of course, with President Putin, which is the real focus of this trip, coming up in just under 3 hours' time.
How significant do you think this visit actually is, Dan?
I think it's significant for what could happen in the years ahead in terms of North Korea, because what's happening here is that Russia wants to have a bigger stake in the diplomacy and the negotiations over North Korea. Remember, Russia has its own eastern policy. It's trying to pivot east because of sanctions that have really throttled the Russian economy in previous years. So President Putin wants to be a big player when it comes to those North Korean talks. He wants to see a stable, peaceful Korea, as of course does President Moon. So I think if these talks go well, which everyone is expecting them to, they're going to sign presumably more economic agreements in areas like high-tech fishing. It could really drive the two countries' economies and put Russia in a position that it continue to have a bigger say in what happens in North Korea if it continues to denuclearize as it says it will. So potentially a very significant visit, of course the first in many years, so everyone will be watching what those agreements are and what comes out of it.
Dan Ashby in Moscow, thank you for that.